Yeah, thoughts on tonight? How you guys played?
Yeah, just up and down. Just consistency's got to get better for us. And so, this team is just a spurt team right now, and we've talked about it. And as a head coach, I gotta work to fix that. And so, I thought we started slow defensively again, and then offensively we were able to kind of pick it up. Defense too. I think we played complementary football there for about a quarter and a half, and we're able to kind of explode on it. And then to end the half, just we're not mentally tough enough to really have. I don't think we have that killer instinct yet. We're getting closer and closer to getting there, and just we got to continue. Some of the same things are showing up week by week. We played some young kids tonight, which I think Evan Jackson did an incredible job. Got an interception, made a ton of pass breakups, was flying around the field, and so. As we continue to grow and as we continue to build on a little bit of success, killer instinct has to be something that we got to get better at, and the complementary, we just can't go through these little lulls that it seems like the whole team goes through. And so we got to get better, week better next week.
I mean, you're at the end of non-conference play here. You start with Navy next week. Do you feel like your team has grown over the course of the non-conference season?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, from where we were week 1 and week 2 to where we are now, there's no question. And so I think, Chandler's protecting the football. I thought he had another great performance tonight. He's able to kind of settle into what they're doing. He's able to get us into some plays that we really wanted to get into, deliver some stuff down the field early in the game. And then, I think just the same thing. I mean, he's got I want his completion percentage to go up a little bit. He missed a couple, shallow crosses and things that are easy throws for him, and he's making the tough ones. So, I think offensively we did a great job spreading the ball around today. I think, we had a variety of players that contributed to our success out there, and that makes it hard for a defense when you're attacking them from different ways. And then defensively, like we're showing these things that are so good at times, and like in spurts they're playing fantastic. I mean, after that first drive they really settled in, and I thought did a great job getting off the field on third downs. And two, I think that in the third quarter, besides that first drive, I mean, I think all the way there, pretty much the whole third quarter into the first half of the fourth quarter, I mean, they were fantastic again, and were able to force them into some punts, get the ball back to us. We took some time off the clock with the offense, and so you see it in phases. We got to get more mentally tough and be able to just kind of put it all together on a more consistent base.
You feel like part of that is still getting accustomed to the new schemes and new coaches and still adapting?
Yeah, I think it's everything combined. I think it's scheme. I think it's youth. I think it's coaching at times. We have to do a great job on being able to really get this message across to our players in our rooms. And so I think it's a combination all across the board. And that's something, we got to continue to grow as a program. This whole year, as we build a foundation here for the future, and we continue to lay that foundation, we've harped on doing the little things right off the field here the last 3 weeks. And I think our kids are buying into it. We've been fantastic the way we've traveled. We've been fantastic off the field, in the classroom and things. And so I think we'll continue to build off those things. It's not going to be perfect right now. We know that. And it's a continual week-by-week thing where we got to know that we're still in growth phase.
What did you see from your defense in the first half when you guys played particularly well?
Yeah, I mean, I think that first drive, and two, just the 4 most simple plays ever, right? They threw 2 little fast screens for 40 yards, did 1 run, and then like bam, all of a sudden, I mean, it gave me a flashback to our first 2 games, and so we got to get that fixed, and so we got to be able to come out and start faster than that, and two, then they settle in and play incredible there for. The next 5 possessions just were lights out. And so we got to figure out a way, whether, we got to be better as far as we coming in. I got to do a better job at locking them in defensively to start the game. We got to get it fixed, though.
And, of course, next week, like we talked about, is the start of the American. Is that going to be a big challenge for you guys as a program going into that league, and how do you think you guys are prepared for that?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, our kids are excited. I think anytime you're able to move into an elite conference like the American, is something that this program's wanted for a long time. And so I think this is our chance, right? And so for us to be able to go on the road, play a program with so much rich history like Navy, to be able to go in there and you know, be able to understand the magnitude of what that place is, the magnitude of what it's been, of what those, you know, what that organization does to protect our freedom. I think so cool. Like I'm excited just as an American citizen, right, to kick it off and see the history there and go compete at the highest level with these guys. And so we know, like, that's a disciplined group, right? I mean, we know that going into it, and we're going to have to match their discipline. We're going to have to tackle extremely well. We're going to have to know that our possessions will be limited. And so, yeah, this group will be extremely excited to get on a plane and go into Navy.
Roger's still showing a willingness to lower the shoulder to get the extra yards. Is that something you're kind of okay with, letting him play free, or is that something that you want to try to get?
No, I mean, we don't want him to take hits and be able to do that. I mean, we talk about it all the time, like fourth downs, and we need it to, you know, the drives on the line, and we need to stay on the field, something like that. We're okay with him kind of using his strength, but he's got to be smart. You know, I think he did a great job of managing the football game again today. You know, just his calmness, I keep saying it, his poise in the pocket was fantastic today. I thought he was great outside the pocket, was able to pick us up some first downs. And we've been on him, you know, kind of to get through his reads and hit some check downs. We feel like some people, as we get better throwing the ball down the field, we feel like our running backs have been open in the pass game. And so I thought he did a great job getting through his progressions. We hit a couple check downs there to start the third quarter. And to really, I just challenged our team, right? You know, I think that we lack a little bit of mental toughness, that when we have success, we kind of seem to lose focus a little bit, and we're not able to go out there and still execute at the highest level. And that's on me as a head coach. Like, I got to get that fixed, and we got to be able to be locked in for 4 straight quarters.
All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
All right, Damon, just thoughts on tonight and the way you guys played?
I mean, good win, but we got to finish. We can't have empty trips to the red zone, and we can't have those 3-and-out drives. But good team win for sure.
You guys seem to really kind of find it again offensively with Chandler. Are you guys settling in with him as kind of your quarterback and your leader after him making his second start here?
Yeah, just trusting what the coaches believe in, and, you know, just going out there and executing. We got a bunch of talent in the offensive room, so just get the ball in our playmakers' hands, and we're going to make the plays for sure.
What has he done to help spark you guys offensively in these last 2 games?
Just, you know, not forcing anything, not like taking what the defense gives them, and just prolonging those plays, you know, when something isn't there, you know, just getting downfield, you know, scrambling. So.
And it seems like he's taken real good care of the ball. Has that been a key part of what you guys have been able to accomplish?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, just from the first couple games, you know, we had a couple turnovers, which turned into other touchdowns for the other team. So just keeping the ball out the other team's hand and us marching and having those long drives, you know, that just demoralizes the team. So.
And you guys, like we were talking about here, you're spreading around. Landon got real involved, you know, in his first start here. Are you guys starting to see just kind of the, you know, the diversity of what you guys have to work with offensively?
Oh, yeah. We got a bunch of different weapons, so, you know, it just make it tough on the defense, not knowing where the ball could go, or we have so many playmakers on the field, the ball can go anywhere. So just having everybody step up and being comfortable making those plays, it just makes it that much easier on the field.
Yeah, are you guys starting to kind of find that chemistry offensively to where you can go to a lot of guys and, you know, move the ball so effectively?
Most definitely. Just from the work that we put in throughout the week and getting that trust and getting that chemistry with the quarterbacks and just with the play calling, so we're not second-guessing ourselves when we're out there just playing freely. And I feel like that helps when you're not playing with nothing on your mind. It just helps you play fearless.
I think we played very well. I think we're kind of firing on all sides, and I think that's just very important to our victory overall tonight.
I feel like the team is getting comfortable with the new scheme and the new coaching staff, and kind of took a little bit of time to get comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think definitely, like, people are starting to fully buy in to everything Coach Morris is saying, and you know, all the team bonding stuff that he has going on for us, and you know, I think everything's starting to, the puzzles are starting to fit together. I think it's really, really important.
You guys really got on a roll there in the first half, and he scored touchdowns on like 5 out of 7 drives or something like that. Did you feel like you guys started to kind of find some rhythm there in the first half?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good feeling, scoring, just starting out strong like how we did. once that rhythm's going, I feel like we can be a very dangerous team. And tonight just goes to show, like, what we can do, and we just have to keep executing.
Yeah, and I mean, your guys' first game in the American comes up next week when you go to Navy. You've gone through the non-conference portion here. Do you feel like this team has grown through those games that you played in non-conference play?
Definitely. I think, getting those first 2 losses, you kind of learn a lot from adversity. And I think it's going to help us out in the long run. And then getting these dubs now, these wins, and I think it's very crucial, get that good feeling back. And, going into a conference game with, like, your mojo, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it seemed like, you got a bunch of different guys involved. Landon started, he got a bunch of receptions. You hit the D ball earlier. Are we starting to see you guys get the ball to a variety of different people who can make plays in this offense?
Yeah, I think it's really important that we're doing that now. We're not a one-dimensional team. I think we have too many weapons everywhere, and we're starting to utilize that. I think that's, that keep us dangerous.
I thought we played good. Offense really came together, started off fast. Started off kind of slow as a defense, but kind of picked it up, towards the second drive. Kind of had some wins on offense, defense, kind of back and forth. So overall, I feel like we started first half pretty solid.
What happened after that first drive when you guys picked it up for the rest of the half there and really took control of the game?
I feel like in the start, we just we weren't lining up correctly to the unbalance and stuff like that. But then we recognized what they were trying to do with the screens and all that, lined up to it, and just shut it down from there.
Is that a performance that you guys can really build on? Just look back and say, okay, this is what we did in that stretch, and really build on that going forward as you go into conference play?
I think so, 100%. I mean, from this game, that's just another piece of the puzzle for the defense. I feel like we're kind of finding our way as a defense together on all sides. D-line, linebackers, DBs, we're kind of all just getting better each and every week. So,
heading into conference play and going to Navy, do you feel like you have grown from where you started at the beginning of the season to as you head into conference play?
100%, especially with the run game. I mean, everybody knows we kind of struggled against Cal, first 2 games with the run. I feel like we're getting better each and every week. We're building on that, and it's going to be big going into this Navy game next week.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're an option team. Is that something that, you feel like you've gotten into a position where you're a little better prepared for that?
Yeah, I think we'll be solid now. I don't think we'll be too worried about that. We'll have a week of preparation, practice hard Tuesday, Wednesday, and then get the mental days on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and go from there.